Welcome to Crockpot Con Carne. I'm James Van Hostel in the practice space of Take the Reins. They're eating food. We're going to talk to them. I'm going to explain what's going on. But first, Crockpot Con Carne is sponsored by Suburban Roofing and Siding, a family-owned company that provides interior and exterior home remodeling services, and they service the suburbs everywhere in the Chicago area, and their staff has more than 40 years collective experience. Take the Reins.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters, they do everything. Call their friendly team and get started today. 224-677-6149, 224-677-6149, Maddie Rebel. Or visit suburbanroofingandsiding.com. Crockpot Con Carne, also sponsored by Easy Automation. If you're a homeowner, you're ready for a truly smart home. Doesn't the idea of minimizing your energy usage while maximizing your comfort sound good? Doesn't that sound good, Take the Reins?
Yeah. Sounds amazing.
It does. Perhaps you need help setting up a fully integrated security system. Or maybe you just need a better Wi-Fi network solution for when you're working from home for your Teams calls or your Zoom calls, or if you're gaming or streaming video. Or if you're like me, maybe you're ready to take the next step in controlling your home theater, your media room, whole home audio. Easy Automation will help you find the customized solution that's right for you. Their team has 30 years of collective experience in the industry and will tailor a service package that fits your lifestyle and needs. Get a quote, ask a question by visiting the website easy-automation.net. That's easy-automation.net.
It's Car Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Car Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
This episode of Crockpot Con Carne was recorded at Take the Reins practice space, and this episode begins with a performance from the practice space of the song Last Chance Motel.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hope life is faring you well at the Last Chance Motel, and are they treating you kind? They're in your mental cell. I hope it's peace that you'll find at the Last Chance Motel. No welcome sign at the door. The exit sure knows you well. They'll remind you every day your extended stay. That's the price you pay. Said that you never stayed forever. It's been so long that you can't remember. Said that you never stayed forever. There's more to this, but you don't remember. But you don't want to remember. I hope life is faring you well at the Last Chance Motel, and they've been taking their time, letting you raise some hell. And every piece that you'll find at the Last Chance Motel, it answers your question why out of their graces you fell. You're reminded every day, but that's the price you pay. And that's the price you pay. Said that you'd never stay there forever. It's been so long now you can't remember. Said that you'd never stay there forever. There's more to this, but you don't remember. You don't want to remember. None of this makes sense, like the stories that you tell. It's time to bid you farewell. And here's a penny for your thoughts. We'll throw it deep in the wishing well, but only time will tell. said that you'd never stay there forever. It's been so long that you can't remember. Said that you'd never stay there forever. There's more to this, but you don't remember. Said that you'd never stay there forever. It's been so long that you can't remember. Said that you'd never stay there forever. There's more to life, but you don't remember. You don't wanna remember. You don't wanna remember. You don't wanna remember. I know you'll never surrender.
So we're in the Take the Reins practice space, which I said this before we started recording. This is the most immaculate practice space I've ever been in. It's almost unnatural. Like, your practice space is nicer than most people's living rooms.
Oh, that's so nice.
But it shouldn't be that way.
Well, if you look closely over in the corner, it looks like a woodchuck lives behind the drum
I
set.
said I didn't realize we had a
There's
little
that-
woodchuck that lived in the
There's
corner.
quite a few wood shavings over there, but
So food is a part of Crockpot Con Carne, more or less, fairly often. We're taking a different approach for this episode of Crockpot Con Carne. This is a Matt Rebel of Take the Reins concept. This is Crockpot Con Carne. We're at the practice space of Take the Reins. They have prepared a crockpot dish for us to eat as we do an interview today. Courtney, what are we eating?
So we are eating
Talking to your mic.
in the mic.
Chicken and dumplings in a crock pot.
Which is, I drove here, it was hailing and raining. It was just awful. It's cold. It's a miserable day. This is comfort. This is perfect for today.
This is comfort food.
It was like the trek from the northern suburbs to the midwestern suburbs was like going through Narnia.
It was. I went through all four seasons from my place to this place, and just all the changes in weather. And I would get to the point where I'm like, okay, I've got to turn on my wipers. Okay, the headlights go back on, wipers come off, headlights. I mean, it was like this ballet, the symphony I was conducting on my
There's
dashboard.
like a half
Heat,
goat
air
man
conditioning.
running across
Yes,
the road.
yes.
defrost.
I'm fogging up. I'm not.
Yeah. Yep.
But the end result is I'm here in the most immaculate practice space in all the Midwest.
Well, thank you.
Take the Reins, opening up the show on the 6th, Saturday the 6th at Metro. It is Lucky Boys Confusion headlining. It's Lucky Boys, it's the dog and everything, Night Spice, and Take the Reins. Top to bottom, what a bill.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Super excited about
So excited about it.
Now, you played with LBC before.
We have played with them
At the Metro.
at the Metro in
2018.
2018. Dan and I's band played with them at the House of Blues, the band before this, and there's been several other times that they've allowed us the pleasure of gracing the stage with them. So
And you've always been LBC adjacent. I think I saw you open for AM Taxi once. Like, it's all
We did.
yeah,
very closely networked.
Yeah.
we have a musical history, and then like I've been friends with those guys since high school. Like Adam and I and Joe, we all went to the same high school, so been friends. We've had a long history of outside of music and inside of music. So they've been. I used to back in the day, in like the mid to early 2000s, when Lucky Boys was on the road all the time, I would hop in the van, and we'd take off in the van, and I'd roadie for them, and I'd bring a duffel bag full of Ivy bags. And so, depending on how rough the night
They
was,
want you
or
telling
not,
their secrets.
it's okay. Depending on how rough the night was, they might get a little boost in the van on the next venue.
That's brilliant. And this is
They
this is a pro tip for other bands.
Yeah.
Always bring a first responder with
Right,
you.
hire your own medic. It makes your next day feel so much better.
That's genius.
Yeah, but actually the true reason why this band exists, and actually the band before it exists, Mostly About Nothing, was because I was out on the road with those guys, and I had been in a band in high school and early in college, and it kind of fell apart with Dan. So Dan and I have actually been in 3 bands together. And
I feel like this one's going to stick.
I think so too. This has had the longest running, most productive.
Almost 12 years.
Well, it's, all because of Courtney. The rest of us just know what we were doing. Courtney was the missing piece. So, but anyway, I was out on the road with them. I hadn't been in a band for a couple years, and I was like, man, I don't need to be the one pushing the equipment around. I should be the one that's up on stage playing up here. And then that's where Mostly About Nothing came from. And then when Courtney and I met, she came to see the band, and she was like, his band's actually...
Let me tell that story
Okay.
real quick. So I meet him, and he's like, I'm in a band. And I'm like, this could go two ways. I could really like this guy and then go see his band and then think, can't date this guy. Don't like his band. You know, and I know, does that sound superficial? But if you...
Oh, no. If a potential paramour makes shitty music, that's a deal breaker.
You know, and I'm a little bit of a music snob. You know, like I like what I like. So you were playing at, what was it?
Was it the Underground Lounge? What was the one you had to go up the stairs? Subterranean.
Yeah.
I knew it was something under something.
Yeah.
Subterranean, yeah.
And I show up with a friend of mine, and they get up there and they start playing, and I'm like, okay, they're good. I like them.
I think it was it with Danny
I can do
Vapid and the
this.
Cheats? I think that's what it was, maybe.
So you exhaled and realized,
I
okay,
did.
we're good.
Yes.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, all the guys were super cool. Yeah, so I was
So
like, all right.
time goes by, that band falls apart, and then I'm kind of frustrated with playing music and the way that it kind of turned out, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then Courtney was like, well, I'm going to start doing open mics. I was like, let's just start a band.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Here we are,
That was 2011.
many years later,
Yeah.
in the most immaculate practice space in the Midwest. Which, by the way, I want to do every episode here. This chair, I feel like I'm almost too comfortable. If you're watching this on camera, I'm almost too at ease sitting in this chair. I'm man-spreading here.
There's no steering wheel or anything.
There's
you have to get
nothing in
around.
my way. My odds of spilling are actually less because I have fewer things to maneuver around. So I'm just going to come here when you're on the road.
Sure.
Leave me a key.
If you want to take care of the dogs while we're gone,
Yeah,
that's
I do.
that's always an issue for us. Come on by anytime.
I'm a
I'll
dog
leave,
fan.
I'll leave a crock pot for you.
Your one dog was very friendly. I think we're good friends now.
Yes, Lucy. They're all very friendly.
I got a big hug, lots of licks.
Oh yeah, she'll lick your face off.
We made fast friends. Okay, I need to try this. This is a little trickier
Yes.
while holding a microphone.
good.
Yeah, what's the verdict?
It's fantastic.
Very good stick to your ribs food.
This is exactly the kind of thing we should be eating today. Pure comfort.
Yep. So we have to mention we did play Beer Can Fest last night.
It was amazing.
It was
Yes.
amazing. What a great day.
And that was in Blue Island at Blue Island Beer Company.
Blue Island
Yes.
Beer Company and all the guys, that run that place and ladies, I should say, are super awesome.
I've
The
had
beer's
Alan on the show
fantastic.
before. He's great.
Yeah, Alan sent me home with beer. So that was a bonus.
Why are we drinking coffee?
Yeah. And then,
Augie.
Yeah, it's afternoon.
yeah.
What the hell? Take the reins.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
we
there's
got
beer
some
upstairs.
zaps upstairs. Yeah, courtesy of Al. But we got home at what? 1:30? 2?
Yeah. It was a late night.
And then the crock pot had to be started at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah. Set an alarm just for you, James, to get up, throw some chicken and soup
Yeah. So I was like, I
into
hope
the
it's
crock
cooked.
pot.
I hope
This is
it's-
delicious.
All right.
Thank you. This is exactly what I needed today. I think it's what we all needed today. It's probably also good hangover food.
Yes. Lots of salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electrolytes.
Yeah, I want to leave here bloated. If I'm not leaving here bloated, you haven't done your job.
We can make that happen.
Okay, good. So in addition to the show at Metro, which is happening on Saturday the 6th, which by the time people watch or listen to this, it'll probably be sold out. Like I told Kastub and Dan
close.
the other day, like there's no point in even promoting it at this point. It's like there's nothing to promote. Everyone's already agreed to go.
Yes.
But in addition to that, you just released a video for for Last Stop Motel. You released the short form single version of the video, and as we're recording this, the long form version is ready to be released to the world. Let's start by talking about the concept of the short form video, or I guess let's talk about the song first and how that evolved into a video concept.
Well, I mean, the song, Courtney writes these very deep lyrics, and they're kind of have like a dark mood to them, an underlying of getting emotions and feelings out, and then
But you don't know it. 'Cause
and
they're
then I
kinda
get, and then
poppy.
We
right,
dumb it down.
right,
This is a really sad song, but you can dance to it.
and then
2 parts desperation, 5 parts fist pump. Here we go.
And then, like, when the visual aspect comes into it and we kind of brainstorm on that, that's where, like, the kind of kooky spooky kind of thing kind of came up. Originally, the idea that I
it
had,
was more kooky.
yeah,
like,
the original idea I had was to
original
like
idea.
do a Scooby Doo style
like who done it.
whodunit kind of thing, and we had a long trip in the van, and we kind of all brainstormed on ideas and stuff like that, and I took those ideas and sat down with Alex Zarek, and
Alex is awesome, by the way.
we kind of storyboarded everything out and got what we got, and then Gorilla rented this
That's
motel.
what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
You kind of commandeered.
We kind of commandeered, yes,
Well,
for sure.
Yeah, I tried 4 probably other local motels to try and get in, and
And when you say local motels,
Yeah. Yeah.
we're not talking, we're not even talking Best Western.
We're not talking the Four Seasons here.
No.
no, we're talking exactly what you see in the video.
Yeah.
All 4 of them were.
The kind of motels you pass on nondescript roads where you think maybe there's blood on the wall. I don't know.
More than likely, somebody's been murdered at that
Yeah.
motel. And-
Sadly.
Yes, and there was actually blood on the wall.
There was blood on the wall. We
yeah.
walked in, we're like, perfect. This is perfect.
Blood on the wall, holes punched in the wall with posters over it.
Wow.
Cigarette burns and like all the sheets and comforters and stuff, and
And you wonder why they didn't want to rent to us when, it's 5 guys and a girl, and we say, we're here to make a movie. And they're like, no.
Yeah, even those motel owners watch human trafficking videos. Like, even they know.
Even they know. So we were like, this is way harder than we thought it was going to be. Oh, my God, what are we going to do? We've got this shoot next week. We don't have a motel.
Yeah,
So
it's-
I kind of went and was like, I need a motel room. And he's like, I've got 1. And I go, well, we need 2. And he's like, what are these for? And I was like,
Oh, boy. And actually, your real answer is way more benign than what most people there would have said.
right. And I said, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. We're a band, and we want to shoot a video. And he goes, oh, all right. And I said, I promise we'll be respectful. We won't do. We did break the bed, though. I'm so sorry. Eric was jumping a little too hard.
I'm pretty sure that bed needed to be replaced anyway.
Yeah. But all of a sudden, it was like, we.
They probably
And
just
it probably was the right move putting Courtney up there, like as the public face of the band. Like if Eric had said, "Yeah, we want to make a movie," he would have been like, "Nope."
No,
I don't think so.
not with
We're
that
gonna-
face. No.
So we had to go back a second time, and then when we went back the second time, I went to go rent it the second time, and there was a different lady, the day manager was there, and she's like, "Were you guys here before?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, So I spilled the beans with her, and I was like, "We're just gonna be here one more day. We're not gonna cause any problems." She's like, "Okay, just one more day." And then we went back that night, or the next night, or something like that, and there was I think the original guy you talked to was he was the night manager.
He was super cool.
The lobby is the lobby of that motel.
Of the motel. It couldn't have been more perfect.
Right, and it was. She told me we couldn't use it, and then I went back and I was like, "Hey, what do you think about us using the lobby?" He's like, "I don't care." So
You got to be scrappy when you're
Yeah.
an independent artist. You got
He
to be.
was awesome. We gave him some merch.
Yeah,
We were
he
like,
got-
you
he
want
got
some
a shirt,
t-shirts?
yeah.
And he was like, okay.
That's the Chicago way. You just
Yeah.
kind of the palm greasing with
Yeah, for sure.
T-shirts, records, whatever you got,
Yeah.
stickers. I know you're good with stickers.
He was cool. It ended up going really well.
The video's awesome, and I'm glad
Thank
you
you.
steered things from the wholesome Scooby-Doo concept to what this
To the dark.
became.
yeah,
But I love. I mean, even the last video you did too. I mean, I love that you have a real vision for these songs, a way to express.
and they're not anything to the vision that Courtney has. They're a vision of what I think the song is in my head. So it's kind of interesting to be like she does this like super emotional, amazing lyrics, and then I'm like, how can we make this fun and happy?
Well, that wasn't fun and happy. I would say that video was fun. Like, it starts off with the devil playing poker. I mean,
What's not fun about that?
Right. So, what do you think when your lyrics and songs are destroyed by Matt?
yeah. We came up with that concept together. We were brainstorming a lot of stuff, and then we just started collecting props, and it was just kind of like, well, we could do this and we could do that. And then Matt actually made the bed set with the sheet,
Pop out of the
and
sheet,
bed, like the throwback to Nightmare on. We had a lot of little throwbacks in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people saw the little Easter eggs that we put in that video, but we've always got kind of Easter eggs. In
Well,
our
if they
videos.
haven't, I think they'll be inspired now to go back in.
There's a few in there. So, Yeah, like he made that, and we brought that there, and he built it in the room, and it was actually him.
I was going to say, like, Matt, I think I might have said this the last time that we were on Crockpot Con Carne, is Matt might have missed his calling as like a props master on film, because we took that long drive and we're tossing ideas back and forth, and a lot of what we were suggesting is like, oh, okay, this would be really cool, but we're not gonna actually pull this off. And Matt's like, all right, so I've built the ghost bed frame and I've got the material that's super stretchy. And it's like, oh, I guess we are going to do it after all.
Yeah,
And
it
that was really
fun.
spectacular, in no small part to Matt and Alex working together so well.
So I had my moments with Matt and Alex for this video.
Yeah.
Matt reached out to me and said, we have this concept for a video and we want you to do it. You sent me general information. I'm like, yeah, I'm in. Let's do that. So talk about
thank you.
This is part of the long form
Yeah.
version of the video. Talk about what this is.
So we kind of made what I kind of call, I think I have a hard time comparing it to it, but what I want to call like our version of Thriller. How like Thriller was put out in 2 versions too, right? There's the short version where the music just starts, and then there's that whole beginning part where
they go to the movie
where
theater.
they're going to the movies. And so we kind of made our own little theatrical beginning to Last Chance Motel, which will be coming out on May 5th, which begins with you in your part. And actually that part was kind of, we were tossing around ideas about that. And I'm good with like visual stuff. Dave is very good with like witty, like on point, coming up with stuff. So he's
Dave is
actually
the only real thespian
Yes.
and musician in this band.
If I fail to mention this, my wife might divorce me. But we were driving. I was telling my wife Jill about what we were doing for Last Chance Motel, and she said, "So it's basically the Twilight Zone." And I said, "Kinda." And she said, "Why don't you just like ask someone like JVO to do a Rod Serling introduction to your video?" And like I just had this moment of, that's the most brilliant thing I've ever heard. And like immediately I'm driving and texting at the same time, Matt, get JVO to do. And so that's I give credit where it's due. My wife actually was the first one to kind of bring that as a option.
She
to how to
manifested JVO in our lives.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
I love the creative process, though. I love how every idea is valid, and sometimes it comes from an unexpected place. And here we are. And it is. That's the best way to describe it. I did a Rod Serling type intro, and let the record show I don't throw on a suit for just any band.
Thank you. We do appreciate you.
I don't tie a tie. I don't put a button. I'm in a hoodie right now, so you got a special.
It did it.
You wore it well,
and it actually
You looked
turned
handsome.
out. It was extremely fun
It was.
to do that, and then it turned out better than I expected. Like that's Alex and his. I'm like, hey, I want it to look like this. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I go, well, this is what I want. And then we sit down and we go through stuff, and then Alex does his part, and I was like, yep, that's what I want.
Yeah, he captured the vibe, the black and white, everything about it beautifully. And so this debuts on the 5th, on Friday the 5th. People can watch the single version right now, but I think this will be really fun when this gets out.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
And the only reason, did it in 2 versions. I think maybe the version we released first is a little bit more eye-catching right off the top. So, like, kind of trying to engage people where people might not necessarily be into the whole story to sit through the whole story. But now that they've seen the first version of it, maybe they'll be more inclined to watch the entire story about. And I think the video will make even more sense, and like there'll be kind of more aha moments in it and stuff. So, I'm excited. I think we're excited for that to get out for people.
It's kind of like when I saw Megan in the theater. Then when it came out on Peacock, there was the director's cut.
Yeah.
I got to enjoy it all over again.
Did you say Megan?
Megan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like that movie?
I love that
Yeah.
movie.
My sister really liked that movie.
That was way better than it had a right to be, or better than I expected it to be.
Yeah. A lot of people really liked it. I haven't seen it yet. But...
I watched this week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That
There were a
dance.
lot, just to go down that rabbit hole. Infinity Pool was great. Like there are a lot of really cool thriller horror movies out in the universe right now. We're living in a golden age of horror.
People are being creative again.
And bands are making videos with horror themes. I mean, it's all coming together.
Yeah.
We actually got an offer to play this horror fest in October because of this video. I think.
Really?
Somebody reached out to us and was like, "Hey, you fit perfectly for the sci-fi horror anime fest we're doing." And I was like,
You did listen to the rest of our music, right? Like,
you did see the rest, you know.
I mean, we can
but,
cover ourselves in
we're not the misfits.
blood
We're the
and
very much
choking.
fits. We're the perfect fits.
All those cons are a party atmosphere. Like everyone's there to have a good time.
For sure.
I think you did great there.
Yeah.
Oh, I would totally love to dress up in our zombie.
Oh,
all
do
that.
the dead face.
Yeah,
dead face
my
Take the
sister's our
Reins?
makeup artist. She's a hair and makeup artist, and for all our videos has done our makeup and stuff. But she did a great job with the zombie faces in Last Chance Motel.
Oh, yeah, you should totally do that. All right, so I guess that's my next question. We have the show coming up at Metro on Saturday the 6th. The video release the day before that. What does the rest of the year look like? Are you locking in gigs? Are you touring? What are you doing?
Yeah, we got a lot coming up.
Yeah, there's a lot. Some things we're not allowed to quite talk about yet, but we got some pretty big festivals we're playing out of state, and we've got a lot of. We're trying to do as much as we can as travel and be out on the road and kind of spread our wings a little bit. I'm actually gonna.
We were on the road for more dates last year than any of the previous years as a band, like even before pandemic. So we actually got a chance to like make a lot more friends, band wise and and also fan wise. And so that's how we're able to keep on going back. This year is playing. There's some good friends of ours by the name of 500 Miles to Memphis.
Sure.
And
They've been on Crockpot Con Carne.
oh yeah, excellent, cool. And they're doing what is it, 20th anniversary?
Yeah, their
And-
20th anniversary show. They asked us to play with them in Cincinnati, or is it in Kentucky?
It's in Newport, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Right on the border there.
Yeah, it's right over it, but it's at the Southgate
Southgate
Revival. It's an old mansion.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's
They
supposed to be
all
haunted.
are, the
So
entire
we're
South.
super excited about this. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good year for making connections and making friends.
That's the secret. I mean, the secret to success, a secret to success, is just don't be a dick.
Ah.
Because
That is true. I mean,
was-
that's just the secret to life.
yes,
Actually, having that very conversation with Ryan, the lead singer of 500 Miles to Memphis, the other day about kind of like talking about what's going on. And we were talking about the release, and they just put out a new song and stuff, and we were kind of just chit-chatting back and forth about. I was like, because there aren't a whole, like we haven't found, I know they're out there, but it's kind of hard to find a lot of like-minded people that want to push other people's projects. Like I feel that Ryan is super helpful to us and super excited about us and does anything
And vice
to
versa.
to push us out there and put us out there. And I mean, we went on the road with them. We played
times
a
last year.
10 shows or something like that.
Yeah.
We played with them last year on the road, and like they kind of just took us under their wing, and they're just this established band that just really enjoyed us and took us along for a ride, and we got to learn a lot and see a lot and make a lot of connections. And but Ryan and I were talking, and I was like, well, you and I should just like get something together and just try and make our own network of people that are like us, that just want to help other bands and stuff like that. And it's advocating for yourself and trying to find people like that are gonna help push you along.
Well, in a way, isn't that what the scene was like in the burbs when LBC was starting out? I mean, kind of strengthening that suburban network, the network of bands that couldn't get play in the city.
They are by far one of the best bands that I've ever seen do that. That they take bands that they like and they put them on stage at sold out shows with them.
Yeah.
So they get exposure that they would never normally have. And they try to all along, they've always done that. They've always had, especially when they play in Chicago, they always have local openers. Mm-hmm. And they're little, somewhat undiscovered bands or bands that they've played with before that they just enjoy and they want to see succeed. So they give them the opportunity, which is
That's
crazy.
how it's done.
I agree.
Total respect for that. All right, so I'd be remiss if I didn't mention I'm at Your Door, the latest release. The video is out, the extended video coming soon, the live show at Metro, so much more to come. This has been delightful.
Good.
I appreciate the invite, and like I said, I'm just going to leave my gear here.
Listen, you're welcome to hang out anytime.
The Crockpot is always
Todd is
open
like
for
our
you.
6th member. You could be our 7th member.
I mean, leaving my headphones and cables and everything and clamps in the car, it gets cold.
Yeah.
It's not a great idea. I hate taking it in and out of the car. It would just be easier to leave it all in the practice space.
It's warm in here.
I have my throne.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick around. Take the reins. I'm always impressed with what you're doing, what you continue to do, and I'll be seeing you in less than a week at Metro.
Yeah,
Yes.
awesome.
Exciting.
We are very excited to see everybody there that
Yeah.
night.
I'm-
It's
We
gonna be
got
awesome.
a little surprise song,
Yes.
But we're not saying what it is.
We've been working on something.
Really? Is it Last Caress by the Misfits?
All right. This interview's over.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys.
All right.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you, James.